How cool are these lights?
Yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you're all good. Now in this video I'm going to try and help you guys save some money, because if there is one thing that I enjoy, it's finding a bargain and saving some money. So yes, here we go. Now, trying to keep up with the Kardashians of YouTube is very, very expensive. When I say Kardashians of YouTube, I mean the likes of Peter McKinnon, Matty Aputure, Lizzie Pierce, and the potato jets out there, who just seem to have an endless amount of resources, money, gear. It's so annoying. And it gets very, very, very expensive when you're a little YouTuber like myself. And I'm assuming that there are quite a lot of little YouTubers out there as well who are also trying to step up their game. And I'm going to try and help you, because gear is expensive. Not only do you need a nice expensive camera like I do here, which is the Lumix S52X. If you've not seen my video about that, I'll link it somewhere up here. But you also need lenses. And then you need lights, and then you need memory cards, and then you need a computer, and then you need hard drives, and then you need software. I mean, it is very, very, very expensive. And you're not even guaranteed to get paid when you post these videos on YouTube. So I have been wanting some mood lights to go in these videos for a while now. Now I've got this key light up here, which again is not even that good. It's like one of those newer LED panels. I think I got it for like 70-80 pounds, which is still pretty good, but I can't be affording to buy all these like Aputure lights with the big soft boxes. I mean, you're looking at 200-400 pounds, and I just don't have that kind of spare cash lying around at the moment, especially when I've got other things to prioritize in life. If I can save some money, I'm going to save some money. As you may see in the background here, we've got a couple of what I would call, I don't know, are they called practical lights or fill lights or even a hair light? I don't know, but they're just sort of interesting coloured lights in the background that every YouTuber seems to put in their set so it doesn't look so mundane. And stuff like that, you would normally be looking at Aputure or Nanlite or whatever, and they tend to be very, very expensive. Like, I don't know, a little LED panel like that that's battery operated is about £100 from Aputure. How many of those I'm going to need in the background? That's expensive. And those Nanlite tubes, they are hundreds of pounds. It's ridiculous. Who can afford all this gear? I mean, hopefully eventually I can afford this gear, but for now I'm stuck with the cheap stuff, and I'm going to try and help you guys as well, because I don't think that you kind of need to buy all this expensive gear either. Like down below here, I actually have a lamp from my bedroom. Every time I grab it from the bedside table and I bring it and put it here. When I say every time, this is probably the second time I've done it, but moving forward I'm probably going to keep doing it. So anyway, what have we got? We have something called a flow light bar, which, I mean, Zuko, that's what it is. Zuku light. I know, very popular brand indeed, which is two individual, when I say individual, they're actually wired together, we'll get to that, two LED RGB lights. Now I bought this off Amazon, so do with that as you may, and Amazon is like flooded with so many of the same products with just a different brand on it. It takes me ages to go through all the comments and see whether or not they're any good, but this one seemed to be pretty good, and I thought I'd give it a go. And believe it or not, Black Friday, guess how much I got this for? £16.99. I mean, it is just insane. So let's unbox it and have a look and see what we get inside, shall we? So apologies for the terrible top-down point of view, but like I said, you know, I'm on a budget. Going with the purple, the purple aesthetic today. So let's have a look. Ooh. Little handbook, not going to read that. Right, so here are the lights, and as you can see you get two of these. They're just sort of a tapered rectangular shape, actually very, very nice. Quite plasticky, but doesn't bother me because they're going to be sat in the background. So you get two stands inside, so these can be so that they can sit upright. Control module, so if you don't want to use the app you can use this. You also get two of these horizontal stands which come with some pre-applied adhesive on there. As you can see from this light under here, that's just stuck with one of these to the roof of the shelf, which is pretty cool and pretty handy. So you do have quite a lot of versatility, which is pretty good for this sort of price. So yeah, as I said, you've got two lights. They are attached by a wire. It is one single item, so you can't actually separate these and have one in one side and one at the other side of the room. You're basically restricted to the length of this wire, but the wire is actually pretty long. I'd say it's like 2 or 3 meters. As you can see behind me, I've got one in that corner and one in that corner. There's no issue trying to span that distance. It's pretty handy. But I have bought a second set because I want to have some at the front of my set as well. And then you have an adapter. And also it's a pretty nice little touch. You get some zip ties, as you Americans call them. We call them cable ties over here. So yeah, that's what you get inside the box. Just move all this rubbish away. Ooh. So the vertical stands are pretty easy to install. Simply just put these at the front like that, slide them in like that. That's it. They will now stand up. So these are the horizontal stands. You basically just put it in the hole there and then push and it snaps in like that. So then you can peel that off, stick it to wherever you want. Right, so let's get these set up and then I can show you what the app looks like. Like I said, these two are connected together. So they just go into this module here on one end, and then you've got the power adapter on the other end. So I'll just quickly plug these in. So yeah, it appears that the default setting is disco. We didn't really want that. Let's turn them off for a sec. So as you can see, we've got this little control module here, which we can turn on, back to disco. I'm assuming if you press this, it cycles through the different presets that are installed. Now, I'm not sure if you need to like predetermine the presets, so you probably have to download the app to get your presets set first, which is a bit irritating. But anyway, let's go through the app, shall we? It's called Happy Lighting. If you go to the top left-hand corner, you can see that I've got two devices, so it's automatically found this second device, which is pretty damn good. So I've just unlinked that device behind because I don't want to be pressing buttons and then affect that one over there. So if we turn them on, they switch on via the app. Turn them off. You can also spin this wheel around, change the color, whatever color you want. Pretty cool. You can adjust the brightness. Oof, a bit too bright. So if we also go down here, we've got things like style, which I think is just like what we saw earlier on. Like strobe lights. I don't think I'm ever going to use these, but they're there if you want to. You can also sync these to music if you want and put them behind your TV, give it a bit of mood ambient lighting, but it's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to simply use it for this reason, which is to have as some cool studio lights. Right, so obviously I've got the two behind me to give a bit of accent light, but then I'm going to put two in front of me to hopefully give me a bit more of a fill light in front. So let's see what they look like when I turn them on. So yeah, more of an orange glow. Not that I'm going for orange, but we could go for red, we could go for blue. A bit too much. Maybe we'll go back to like an orange color. Turn that down a little bit. I don't know whether or not it looks good. I'm still learning this stuff. Excuse the interruption, but clearly they do not work as a fill light for the face. Really should have checked that before I showed you guys, but hey, you live and learn. I thought I could emulate like a 5600 Kelvin, 6000 Kelvin, whatever it is, to fill in this side of the face, but obviously didn't work. I ended up looking like an Oompa Loompa. So I thought I'd actually take this opportunity to point out that you can't actually emulate daylight, so you can't choose between 2700 and 6500 or 7000, whatever Kelvin temperatures you can go from. You can only really choose RGB colors, which is why it didn't quite look right on my face. It made me look a bit stupid. But anyway, it's worth pointing that out. So that would restrict the use of these if you wanted to actually use it as a fill light or any kind of key light. I mean, I wouldn't recommend using them as a key light. As I said, I only really bought these to go in the back of my studio and give you guys a little bit more of an interesting set to look at on a budget, which is what I've gone for. And as you can see, I've now got two on the shelves. I've still got the one over there, but that is now no longer attached to the one at the back. It's attached to the one at the front, and the one at the front is just pointing towards this wall here to hopefully make that less boring and reduce this shadow of mine from this key light, which is a little bit distracting and a little bit annoying, I know. So yeah, thought I'd just jump in there. Let's get back to the video anyway, where I pretend to know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, I don't pretend to make this out as if it's a lighting tutorial. It's definitely not. Just wanted to show you these lights because I think they're pretty cool and you might find them useful. So yeah, back to the video. But hopefully this video has sort of shown you that you don't have to go and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on expensive lights. You can actually make do with stuff that's not even really designed for this. It's more designed for like an entertainment system downstairs in your living room to go behind your TV, so it like interacts with music and movies and whatnot and maybe games. But as a studio setup light, I think they're pretty cool. How long they're going to last, I have no idea, because like I said, I bought them from Amazon. Amazon's full of cheap Chinese crap, but they will do for now. I mean, they're just going to be sat on my desks. So I mean, how much damage can they possibly get? You could take these out on a shoot if you really wanted to. I probably wouldn't recommend that. That is probably when you would need to buy these more expensive lights, when you're getting commissioned for jobs and stuff like that. You don't want to take anything as sort of flimsy and potentially as unreliable as these on a shoot with you. You may as well go and buy something a bit more sturdy, professional. Now, because they're so cheap, obviously they're not perfect. As I said, they're a little bit cheap. They feel a little bit plasticky. They do feel solid enough, like they're not ridiculously plasticky. They actually feel all right, especially for $16.99. But the fact that you can't separate them, so you can't have one side green and one side red. Whatever color you choose for that set of lights, it's going to have to activate on both sides. So that's why I wanted 2 as well. So I bought ones for the front and then ones for the back. So I can have those as different colors, I can have these as different colors, but I can't have all 4 individual lights as different colors. Also, I was kind of hoping that you could have the ombre effect, so maybe have like a red to an orange at the bottom, or purple to green, whatever you want, a bit like the special effects that you get in the settings. You can't do that, or at least I've not figured that out. So you can't seem to just choose a top color, a middle color and a bottom color or whatever and have that like ombre effect. It seems to be limited to the special effects modes, which all flash and move, and it doesn't really work for this sort of scenario. $16.99, I mean, come on, you can't go wrong. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to go check these out yourself. It is an affiliate link, so I will get a little bit of a kickback. I mean, it's not much, but it doesn't affect the price that you pay in the end. But it would be nice if you clicked on the link, had a look, and if you did decide to purchase, if you purchased through my link, it would help me out on my channel, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And if you would like to see more videos, consider subscribing, hit the bell, all those nice things that will put a smile on my face. And I'll see you in the next one with a bit more illumination. Or less if they're broke. Hopefully they won't. But yeah, peace out. See you later.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard.